Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Hustlers Kung Fu Live. Today's message is urgent message to investors and why you should start an internet business and some other things that we're going to dive off into. If this is your first time here, this is Glendon Cameron, your hustling godfather. What we do here is we start side hustles and businesses to increase our income. One of the things that I want to talk about, one of the things that I really want to get up on is the new YouTube course that I'm starting. There's already 5 sections there. And if you want to make some YouTube money this year, go below the link and get in the course and start taking the lessons, because essentially what's going to happen is YouTube can be extremely lucrative. However, YouTube is a process. YouTube takes some time. YouTube is a journey. You're going to have to do some things. You're going to have to go ahead and start building your channel. And the sooner that you get this information, this training, the sooner you could start, because literally it's going to take you 3 to 6 months to start making some YouTube cash. And with the current situation going on, it would be nice to have an extra 500, 600, 1500, 3000. Like, check out Erin on Demand. Her name is Erin on Demand. She started a YouTube channel last year. It's a little bit over a year old. I don't even think the girl has 100 videos up, and she does about 2,500 per month for just strictly YouTube. And then all of the exposure and stuff, because essentially YouTube is probably going to grow for another 10 years. I know you're like, well, YouTube's crowded and there's all of these things that are going on. That's not necessarily true, because believe it or not, you're getting the top 10% of YouTubers. All of these videos that are recommended and all these videos, these YouTubers with million subscribers, that only represents 10%. There's like 12 or 14 million YouTube channels, and the majority of these people don't even get 1,000 views per video. And if you want to be able to build your YouTube channel for success and begin making this Wi-Fi bread, go below, get into the YouTube course. You can pay $2,000, or you can pay $179 per month for 13 months, or you could do what a lot of folks did, and they went ahead and bought the How to Make Money package. So with that, let's get into this live stream. First of all, the urgent message for investors in this recession talk. Right now, people are scared. The market's going up, the market's going down, the market goes up a little bit, the market goes down. Like yesterday, the market plunged 3,000 points, and then they're going to be, because this is going to go on for a minute. This is going to go on for a minute. I went ahead and I went out this morning, and there was no rush hour. There was no more rush hour morning traffic. People staying at home. The economic slowdown is in effect. I'm probably going to do a video where I'm going to go to the grocery store and see what's not on the shelves, because here's the thing. If you are an investor, and I want you to listen to me and I want you to pay attention to me. If you are an investor, look at when you're going to need this money. First of all, there are people right now who are doing a lot of panic selling. There's a lot of people who are tripping out. So let's historically look at the market. The longest period where the market was in a downturn was the Great Recession, and it lasted 10 years of the storm. Do not panic sell. Do not start shifting out of your positions. Don't do that. If you're already in the market, keep doing what you're doing. However, if you're 50 something, because this is very much dependent upon where you are in your life cycle, where you are with your economic journey. If you're 50 something and you haven't adjusted your portfolio into safe haven assets and you've come out of your risky stuff, you boo boo the food. I know this bull market has been going on for 12 years, and you know, at some point, all good things come to an end. And if you did not prepare for this, and if you lost 20, 30, 40, 50% of your portfolio, um, I got some advice for you. Lose money. You're gonna lock in your gains. You're gonna lock your gains in. You lock your losses. Excuse me. You're gonna lock in your losses. So what you need to do is to, all right, let's see. Make sure my connection, my internet, because I just got this message that my internet was tripping. All right. So we good to we're good to go. All right. So if you're in your 50s, what you need to do is start a side hustle, side business, internet business. Because if we have a long-term downturn, if we go many, many years, we go for a substantial amount of time where we're in this economic slowdown, you're not going to have time to recover. So what you need to start doing is making more money. And you need to build yourself a side business. And you need to get yourself, because here's the thing. Right now, everyone's talking about the stock market this, stock market that. But let's look at what happened during the last recession with rental real estate. I know a few real estate investors who, which I want to model their business portfolio, that they paid cash for their houses. During the last recession, nothing happened to them. The renters that were still in their properties continued to pay rent. They continued to pay rent. Once again, there are different economic vehicles here. One of the things I want you guys to do is go over, subscribe to Savage Finance. A video will be dropping tomorrow, and I will put this here. Let's see. For next e-commerce, this is a good idea. If you're going to do Shopify drop shipping, yeah, that could be a little dicey, but e-commerce is a good idea. Glennon heard some talking heads speaking about a possible depression and said, man, once again, it wasn't going to keep going up. I mean, people get addicted to the good times. What's up, Ernest? What's up, people? Thank you, Dupney. This dude, Steph, what would be a good video service? What are you talking about? Junie, still no TP? What's up? Yes, Black Caesar, there's plenty of opportunities. Agent J. Poole. James Riley. That's terrible. That's terrible, man. Thank you, Ron Willis. Also, man, appreciate all the shout outs. People have been telling me you've been sending a lot of people to the channel, so I appreciate that, man. CG3, this is financial advice. Let's just go ahead and get rid of you. This dude, Steph, this is a good time for me to finish my stream praise. Essentially, a lot of people are at home right now. Yes, 89 Dr. Funk. There are opportunities out there. There's a lot of opportunities out there. Right. Black Caesar, once again, like this is something that I've been really talking about. Amazon FBA sellers are not true business people, in my opinion. A true business person is someone who goes out, identifies an audience, identifies a need, and caters to the market. They build websites, they do their own traffic. Like Amazon, essentially, you just go to Amazon and you get an app and you like, hey, this is selling, this is pretty hot. Let me go buy this. But see, here's the thing. Just like the bull run that we had in the stock market, and this is go on this channel, and I've got videos that's talking about it. No eBay, no Amazon. I predicted what was going to happen many years before it happened because Amazon is trying to get rid of the middleman. So Amazon, if you go ahead to Google machine and Google Amazon suspensions, Amazon FBA suspensions, you will see vast forums of people who are like, I'm going to sell on Amazon. I'm going to sell on Amazon. I'm going to go out here and get this hand sanitizer. I'm going to go out here and get this stuff. And I'm going to plug it into, I'm going to ship it off to Amazon. And you've seen many people who've invested thousands of dollars in products that they cannot sell because Amazon has suspended their account. Like this guy with the hand sanitizer. Because see, short-term gain. This is one of the things with the Amazon FBA sellers going out trying to get this stuff, plug it into the system, get some money, and they're not real business people. I want you guys to become real business people. I want you to build your own websites. I want you to learn how to run traffic. I want you to learn how to own the customer because Amazon FBA customers are not your customers. They're not your customers. They're Amazon's customers, and Amazon is very, very protective of its customer base, as you would be if that was your business. They ain't your customers. And I've been screaming this for years and years and years. And now the chickens have come home to roost. There's a guy on my Facebook page who just got in trouble with Amazon. His account has been frozen. He's trying to appeal it because he doesn't know how to make any money. Like, once again, go below the video. I have all types of courses that will teach you how to flip, how to sell stuff, how to use Craigslist. All of the stuff's below the video that will teach you how to make money out here in these streets for real. Because the days of used to be you could go out and become an Amazon FBA seller and literally start with $500 and scale up. Those days are over, player. Those days are gone. If you're going to go into Amazon FBA, you need to have about 20 to 30K liquid to go ahead and buy products and test products and give away free samples to play the Amazon FBA game. Or you could take that 30K, build your own website and start doing some research, get you an audience, get you a customer base, and make you some real money. Free mommy free. Once again, let's talk about, because why you need to start an internet business, you need to do some research. For those of you who are interested in starting a YouTube channel, I have a YouTube course. And one of the things that you need to do is research. If you're asking like, hey, what's a good side business? And you want me to tell you to go out and do something, I want you to know that there are thousands of other people who are going to see this video who are going to get the same information. One of the things that happened, and I used to see this when I was when this channel was mostly about resale, was products that I sold on eBay that I got out of the storage units that I sold on eBay for hundreds of dollars because there was all these people on YouTube like, be on the lookout, the BOLO, be on the lookout for this item. Their prices crashed. Their prices crashed. I'll tell you a story. I had a friend that owned an antique store, and they used to make buku money before eBay. And then once eBay came out here, and you were able to go online, and you'd be like walking to this antique store, and you would see this item, and that was the only place you can get that item. And they would charge you whatever they wanted, and they would get it. Then eBay came out, and then you can go on eBay and find this item. You can find 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 of this item. What happened? The price crashed. The price crashed. The price went boom. And what a lot of these folks who were doing these eBay be on the lookouts for literally crashed the markets. They was like, hey, this with that item, and the price went down. So once again, you got to do your own research. You got to dig into the gold of you. You've got to get busy. Alex G, yes, the guy I work with is 59. He just moved all his money because he lost too much and not too much left time before retirement. Once again, if you're a person in your 50s and you have not properly allocated your stock portfolio, because there's a process. And once again, I want you guys to go to Savage Finance. I will be talking about this in future videos because there's a way to invest in the market and protect yourself. Man, everybody who's got these margin calls, man, this is a bloodbath for y'all. Options can be used to protect portfolios. Once again, we're going to get on that in Savage Finance. My cleaning service came by yesterday. James Riley, don't have the loot to pay the margin calls, hoping and praying this market does not go full belly up. Like, I once again, margin calls, that's once again buying stuff on debt. Ricardo Cooper, Uncle G, do you think there's going to cut limits on business credits also? Once again, all of these companies have predictive analysis software. And with the aid of big data, they're going to know when you're getting in trouble before you do, based upon your spending patterns. And they will cut these limits off. They will cram down these limits. What's up, Michael? Good Lord, John Shaft. TESMLW. Just email me at Glendon and H undergrad with your real name, and we can see what we can do about that. Key Fields, a major problem with Amazon. What you can sell per the policy may be gated tomorrow. Once again, like I said, go on this channel, check out the videos. No eBay, no Amazon. I tell you what was coming before it happened. Adding movie sideline cash to markets in little chunks for following sell-off days. Once again, if you're in the market, you have a good portfolio, and once again, your age. If you're like in you're 55, you about to be 60, you don't have all this time, and we really don't know how long this downturn is going to be. We don't know if you're going to have enough time for your portfolio to recover. Once again, if you're 20 something, you're in your 30s, you're not going to need this money for 30 years. And historically, the longest downturn we've had was the Great Depression, was 10 years. You can weather that and your portfolio can bounce back. However, if you long in the tooth, this ain't the game you want to be playing. Iron Judah. Yes, the art of holding is in the B school for hustlers. Yes. Art of holding is there. The Amazon guy was well, once again, he wasn't a real business person. If he was a real business person, because a girl put up a video the other day talking about this, how people are getting mad when you're trying to sell things that they need because because essentially they think that you're an asshole. Oh, you went to the store and bought all the hand sanitizer. You went to the store and bought all the toilet paper, and now you're trying to sell it to me for 5 times the cost. You're an asshole. This is what these people are getting. Once again, this is not the time to become an opportunist. This isn't the time to be selling face masks. This isn't the time to be selling disinfectant. This isn't the time to be selling hand sanitizer. If that was your business model and you've already selling it and you were selling it at a normal price, cool. But right now, folks ain't having that. Folks are going off on you. This dude. This is what one of the things I recommend. Do you? Leah Dow, do you have a personality or strengths weakness test in your course? No, I don't, Leah. And you should know what you are strong or you should know yourself. You should be self-auditing. I may do a video about that. Goddess Noel, I just got an email from the store working in Phil's Plaza. They've decided to close all stores nationwide until March 27th. This thing is going on. Wes White, this is the biggest trigger to the recession. When people get laid off and they don't have money to spend to keep the economy going. That's going to be a big part of it. Kevin Davis, I agree. I think the layoffs are going to be brutal. Secure the bag. A coworker is worried we might be laid off. I have no PTO. I told him I am not worried. I just ramp up my side business. He should worry about burning all his vacation time. Once again, these companies ain't gonna pay you for not being there. Our job has pretty much told us we still have to come in. AJ. Purpose Pit, all the people I know over 50 plus have been laid off from their jobs. They were looking at me funny when I started my online business this year. Now I'm collecting money to sleep while they slept. Once again, for the people who've been listening to this channel and took action 5 years ago, 7 years ago, pat yourself on the back because you're sitting pretty. $100,000 stimulus coming. Man, these church people are funny. All right, Keith Moore, good fella Nell. One of the things that I want you guys to understand, and back to the investors. Right now, you should know where your money is invested in because this is one of the biggest issues that's happened. People have been taking flimsy recommendations, they've been putting their money in stuff they fully don't understand. Bitcoin. Like I have been saying ardently, do not buy Bitcoin. Do not mess around with cryptocurrency, especially if you long in the tooth and you need to look at all your money. Right now, there are YouTubes, there are people, because here's something. I'm about to tell you something. If you didn't know, if you're in the personal finance space and you're watching these guys, and these guys are saying, I'm investing $2,000 a month here, $2,000 a month here, $2,000 a month here. If you're watching someone that has a personal finance channel and they've got 300,000 subscribers, they're probably making $20,000 to $50,000 a month just from YouTube ads. They got money you don't have. They can, and this is one of the things that gets me because I can pretty much estimate what someone's making based upon their traffic and their ads. And this one dude, he's investing $2,000 a month in cryptocurrency, 2,000 a month in this fund, and it only comes with $8,000. And I know for a fact he's getting $40,000 a month from YouTube. What is he doing with the rest? Portfolios should be massive. They should be massive, but they're not. They're doing other things with the money. All right, secure the bag. Mike Ellie. Son of Milk. I may be a nurse, but my service business is not strong yet. Should I put more hours in nursing since it's an acute need? Not my son of milk. You should go hard in your field. Nurses about to get paid. Anybody that works in a hospital is about to get paid. If your side hustle, one of your side hustles could be to create your own nursing agency. And then you get your fellow nurses, and then you start running an agency where I will tell you a story. I had a friend, his name was Scott Forte. Years and years ago, he was a surgical tech at Northside Hospital. And then one weekend, one of the docs was like, "Hey, I got a case this weekend. Will you work for me?" Because Scott was really good. And Scott's like, "Sure." And then the doc was like, "I pay you $50 an hour." And Scott was like, "What?" That was like almost 3 times what he was getting paid. He was like $50 an hour. And he did that case, and he worked with the surgeon for 8 hours. 8 times 50 is $400. He was like, whoa. And he started doing this. And next thing you know, literally 6 weeks later, Scott had quit Northside Hospital and was working for these surgeons. Tripled his income. That's the Breaks TV. What would be a good online business to get into? That is the wrong question to ask. What kind of online business do you want to start? You want to create a business that's in alignment with your personal strengths. Because if you're like, hey, like right now, and this is something that I really hate, all these Shopify tutorials, they're like, well, I'm doing, and these videos get the views because everybody wants to make money really, really fast. Make that money fast. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, I'm doing the Shopify challenge, 24 hours. I did a 24-hour Shopify challenge on Netflix. I did a 24-hour Shopify challenge on Instagram. I did a 24-hour Shopify challenge on TikTok. And these guys are not building brands. They're not building real businesses. They're doing these Shopify challenges to get clicks to make YouTube money. Because when I start talking about Shopify, the first thing I'm going to tell you is to build a brand. To build a brand. This whole Shopify thing, just go to Shopify, sign up, get a Shopify store, then put some cheap crap from China in the store. That is not a sustainable long-term business model. It's not. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. And this is what gets the views on YouTube, because someone talks about, like Into the Glossier is a $1 billion company that she built within 7 years, because she actually took 3 years to create a blog, to get customer service, to get customer information, feedback from her customers, to know what women wanted. Then once she had this information, she went out and built the products that they wanted, and she became fantastically rich. But once again, all of this Shopify stuff, the Shopify challenge, because essentially right now you have a bunch of young people who feel that they can start a Shopify store, make $100K a month, and not really do a lot of heavy lifting. This is why these videos get so many views. Lucky Luciana, sell online courses. What do you know that you can teach people? Because selling online courses, because this is one of the things that people's like, I'm not directing it to you because I don't know the context of your comment, but there are many people out here is like, well, they just selling online courses. If you had ever created an online course, you would know how hard that is. It is not easy selling online courses. Because first of all, like you have to have like my new YouTube course. I've been doing YouTube for 10 years. I've made millions of dollars off of YouTube. I'm fully 100% qualified to create a course teaching you how to make money with YouTube. But here's the thing, there are many people, and I remember this chick, she had a really strong Instagram following. She had a good on Facebook, and it's another. She was good on Twitter, and then she created a how to do YouTube course, and that was her weakest social media skill. And I was just like, why are you even doing this? Right now, you got people who are trying to create courses in a vertical that they don't fully understand. They don't know what they're talking about, and people will take their course, will not get the benefit. Good fellow, yes, cash is going to be king. You got 30, 40, 50, 60, 100K. That's going to be like, I want you to 3x your money. If you got 30K, that's going to be like having 90,000. You got 100K, that's going to be like having 300, 400,000. That's how far your money is going to go in this economic meltdown. Yeah, people who work in the hospital are good to go right now. Purpose pit. Well, Airbnb is giving people refunds, and these airlines that if you pay with a credit card, that you can force them to give you a refund. You just do a chargeback and say service not received. Lord Ace, thank you. Lucky, Lucky Luciana. I know a guy who was a contractor for 20 years, but then hired a professional videographer and director for contracting instructor videos and made more money than he did contracting. Looky, I knew a guy who was a contractor for 20 years. This dude had 20 years experience. He had 20 years of experience. When I did my first book, what made me my first million, How to Make Money A to Z with Self-Storage and Auctions, I had 10 years of experience in the business. You just answered what I was talking about. The man had 20 years of experience. 20 years of experience. There are people out here trying to create online courses that have 0 years of experience. There's a big difference. AJ, it takes time. Yeah, print on demand, that's gonna take a hit. Ed Zone, my shopper store has products made in the Western Hemisphere that are 100% cotton durable, none of that cheap Chinese Orbo garbage. Good for you, Ed Zone. Good for you. Well, yeah, I mean, when I was in healthcare, I got exposed to tuberculosis. I had to take prophylactically take medication because they called me in community health. It was a pain. Dylan, the banks are not going to fail. Most, if you have a bank, you have Chase, you have Wells Fargo, you have SunTrust, you have BB&T Bank. They're leave your money in the bank. Don't be taking your money out and stashing it in your house. Don't do that. The banks are not going to fail. That dude, Steph, I know it's a lot of people doing online courses now on YouTube because there's money in online courses. If you have something valid that you can teach people, you can make a lot of money with online courses. The problem is there are people out here who are trying to teach some that they don't know. Like one of the big knocks with the Shopify and Amazon FBA courses is many of the people with the biggest courses don't do Amazon FBA or Shopify. They don't do that stuff at all. All right, Shavoni Max, make that money. Good fellow Nail. Once again, you should invest in something that you know. Go to my friend Google. All right, Shavoni Max started after purchasing one of your courses 1 to 2 years ago. Cool. Ernest, once again, that's all. Son Anoka, I've got a lot of YouTube worthy content in healthcare, but no, you once again, you go ahead and get enrolled in my YouTube course because I'm going to teach you how to work that out. Well, yeah, because those are exposure risk. Born Barin. A lot of brothers are being hurt right now because the plants are cutting OT, and a lot of guys base their whole lives on OT. Some guys with families will be hurt soon. Jake Paul, yeah, that's a joke. A lot of people have called him out on that. Kill dudes, once again, go ahead and get enrolled in the YouTube course. Keith Moore, that's going to be next. I'm going to have a course talking about how to create an online course. Let's see. Not my internet. It's your internet. Lucky Luciano. One of the things is the people here. Here's let me go ahead and hook you up on something, Lucky. I've helped a lot of people start their YouTube courses, and I had these people say, "Hey, don't tell nobody I'm working with you." And I've talked to other people who've created courses, and the most successful students don't want people to know that they're working with you. So the most successful people are not going to tell you jack. They ain't gonna like, hey, yeah, because they don't want any competition. They don't want you to know what they're doing. They don't know what you're about their channel concept. They ain't gonna tell you. Keith Moore, I'm a realtor for 15 years. Real estate about to take a hit. Patrick, prime example is Bew Cramer, the Amazon guru. They gave me a reefermycin for 6 weeks, and I had to, it was a scary moment. Also, here's another scary little story. I drew some blood from an HIV positive patient, and I stuck myself with the needle. That was scary. And I got tested like a week later. Then I got tested the whole year, and I never got it. So the people in healthcare are about to get paid, but the risk, because honestly, that's one of the reasons I got out of healthcare. I just got tired of being exposed to crap, having stuff. It just didn't work for me. All right, born brother. Once again, we're going to talk about the internet businesses. That's going to be part of a huge wealth transfer. You're going to have a lot of people who are going to sell their house and give their money to their kids. Yeah, I saw that same article. Good fellow Neil, congratulations. Junior decided to get out of the pharmacy for the same reason. I feel you. So I got tired of working on weekends. That's y'all's internet. That ain't my internet, man. I don't know, man. Lance Brown, what multifamily rentals are an investment? $2. Do you have, wait a minute, wait a minute. You got 50, 60, 70, 80, 100K to get into some multifamily rental investments? Because what's going to happen during this downtime, there's going to be madness. There's going to be blood in the street. There's going to be, like, right now, Airbnb investors, people who bought properties for Airbnb, who have mortgages, are hurting. Right now, there's this guy that has this channel that's called Automated Airbnb, and he's been putting out multiple videos because people are canceling Airbnb stays left and right. People literally seeing their Airbnb income go to zero. And I was almost one of those people because I was going to like start looking for some properties to rent to get some Airbnb and people in there. And then something just said, dude, stay in your lane. Do what you do that produces money. Don't go over here doing this Airbnb thing because you're not, because I was really a little sketchy and I almost pulled the trigger in February. And right now, I would be one of those butthurt Airbnb hosts because Airbnb put this policy that you can instantly cancel any stay if it's in the United States of America, anywhere in the world. And this guy is like, hey, Airbnb, you're keeping the money. You need to look out for your host. And then, go to Automated Airbnb, look at his recent videos and look at the comments. It's like, dude, I'm a customer. You should care about me more about than getting paid. And once again, there's all kinds of things. So there's going to be massive opportunities with rental properties in the future because a lot of these people who bought these properties for Airbnb now have no Airbnb income. It's zero. And once again, I didn't get into it because the whole thing sounded, because a lot of people have been recommending that you go out, you rent a place, and then you Airbnb it. And it's going to be hard because typically if a landlord is cool with Airbnb, they're going to do it themselves. So most of the people say no. And, so expect a lot of property to be shifting onto the marketplace in the next couple of months because essentially you got 2, 3, 4 properties that you were Airbnb that you have mortgages on. That's going to be tight. It's a pucker moment. It's going to be a pucker moment. That dude, Steph. Make that 100,000 stimulus stretch. Rod for real estate, but think YouTube's having output issues to the large number of people at home. Could be. Tracy, I'm so glad I do Airbnb. Like right now, I am too. Amazon just suspended all warehouse shipments except medical supplies and high demand products. What do you mean? Are these shipments into the Amazon warehouses, or are these shipments out of Amazon? Queen of Credit Mine are doing well because they're near major hospitals. Thomas Downer, interest rates are already down. I don't know about the pause on mortgages yet. Good Phil Nell, I check myself and I stay in my digital marketing lane. At times I waver, but you're right. Yeah, because once again, I was getting ready to come out of doing something that I know that makes money, that takes care of me, to do something that I was going to have to learn how to do all this other stuff. And I was just like, I just didn't like that exposure of going out and taking on a liability that I don't have. And I'm so glad that I listened to myself. I know a few people that live off Airbnb income. Those folks about to be hurt. Oh man, Honey Bunny, that's crazy. Lynn, I don't think I could have a rental property without a contingency plan. See, this is where I was. I was going to go out and talk to someone and rent a property and get into a lease, and I was just like, I just didn't like that. Josh shows how they predict this situation will affect the dating scene. There will be more knocking the boots than ever. People at home, dating gonna keep going on. People are not going to be meeting folks in bars. Online dating is about to explode. It's going to be come over to my house and chill, and it's dating going to keep going on. People still have those biological needs, those biological urges. Brave bulwark. This is not a scare. This is real. I mean, they closed down Italy. They closed down. I don't understand what's up with you conspiracy theorists that this was set out so the bankers could let the world burn. What's up with that? Richard, they were laughing at me when I bought that $5,500 semi truck, but I'm laughing all the way to the bank now. Hey, I told someone the other day, buy a used truck. Black Caesar, I was talking about it. And once again, the Atlanta real estate market is so intense right now that I could have paused on my real estate thing. I'm still stacking up my real estate investment fund because I have a feeling I'm gonna be able to scoop up some properties really cheaply during this recession. The name is yes, the YouTube course is in the B School for Hustle Bumble. The Breaks TV question: do you have multiple businesses or just using YouTube only? I've made millions of dollars from YouTube. I'm going to keep using YouTube. I've started new YouTube channels, and I'm going to create because essentially, Savage Finance will have a paid product probably in 3 to 4 months, maybe 5 months, just depending on how the channel tracks. Oh, I'm going to keep. Yeah, YouTube's the only thing I'm doing. This is. I know how to make money on YouTube. I'm not going to go into some other businesses or some other stuff when I mean, my first digital product opened my eyes because I want you to understand where I was coming from. I was working 70 hours a week in the storage auction business, often 7 days a week. And I went from that to working out my house. I wrote a book, I marketed it on YouTube. I was, my first year, I made $62,000 and I was literally blown away. I was like, wow, I was able to do that, man. And then the next year I made even more money. Then the third year, it blew up. I was like, I'm on this. The ability to organically create money is so addictive when you could create money with your mind. It's like magic, it's like alchemy. Why would I be doing some other stuff? Because, I remember this clown that's like, hey, put on a suit, show me your $1 million check, show me your Rolls Royce. Fool, I am part of the digital economy. I don't have to have business meetings. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I will admit that often in the early days of YouTube, I also did a lot of videos with no pants on. I just threw on a shirt and everything. I was like, I have no pants on. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to be doing anything else. I'm going hard for YouTube because YouTube's projected to grow for the next 10 to 15 years. And now that I have a better understanding of how YouTube works and how to create a channel, oh, I'm going hard. I'm going hard. Referrals hold off on the real estate purchases until this summer. Things will be more favorable by then. Pretty much, man. I'm just sitting on my money. Honey Bunny, you can woo someone with groceries. I have a full pantry. I got my Netflix. Netflix stock is about to blow up. Robbie Rob, I'm finally almost done self-publishing my first book. Would you recommend putting it on Amazon or just getting my own ISBN? Put it on Amazon. I never did buy my own ISBN. Never did. Thomas John, I don't think they're going to cancel the elections. Yes, I've saw someone to from one of my Facebook friends who lives in New York. He put pictures up. Josh Jewell, I don't think housing prices are going to drop as bad as last time. Robbie Rob, that's coming. That's coming. USA City Luncheon, you funny. I'm not buying gold or silver. Funny, I have a whole bunch of gold I got from storage auction days. Queen of Credit, thanks for the $20 super chat. Jeremiah Jeremiah Hampton. Like right now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of game. If you know how to cook, start a cooking channel. I know personally someone who makes $1 million a year off her seven figures, over $1 million off her Facebook cooking channel, and she does six figures off her YouTube cooking channel. She and her husband, they just like we did the thing. They just bought a brand new Tesla, paid cash and stuff. Cooking, because right now, I want you to think about it. This is the time because at one point I was going to start a cooking channel called Kitchen Remix. And it was just like I really just I eat out so much, but I know it was a good concept because if you start a YouTube channel talking about barbecue, because right now I want you to think how many people are at home? So many people at home. And right now, because the thing is, I don't think they're going to close the grocery stores. They're going to keep the grocery stores restocked because they have to, because people got to eat. But yeah, cooking channel can blow up on you. Can blow up on you. Yeah, because all right, John. Yeah, just put your book on Amazon. Amazon will create an ISBN for you. Like, I'm going to still get into real estate, but I'm going to wait a while because right now, to the investors, everything's on fire. The stock market is literally on fire. And until it cools off, like I currently have no position in the stock market, nothing. I am very cash heavy. I'm very asset. I got a lot of gold. I got a ton of gold from my storage auction days because I found this gold in the units and I used to sell it and I just started keeping it. Because at one point I was finding $2,000 to $3,000 a month worth of gold in these storage units. Some earrings over here, a gold necklace over here, a bracelet over here. And I just started holding on to it. And I have a nice chunk of gold. And then I still have all the cougar rands I got out the safe. But I may actually sell it because if you understand what happened in Argentina, what happened in Bosnia, guns, water, food are more valuable than gold. I think wholesale real estate is going to take a hit. I think wholesale real estate is going to take a hit because, who's buying houses right now? I would be really interested. Because the thing is, real estate's gonna take girl that I was seeing. She had 5 rental properties. She got into the game 5 years ago. Her first rental property she bought for 160, now appraised at 200,000. So her rental property went up $40,000 in 5 years. And it's just crazy here in Atlanta. And I'm just going to keep stacking cash, putting money here. I'm going to keep working on YouTube, working on creating courses, working on creating value, doing these live streams. I'm about to go hard on doing what I know works. Because one of the things, because what do I tell you? Start a business based upon your strengths. Do something that you know how to do and do well. Because like I said, I'm starting another YouTube channel next month, because right now I'm in the planning, pondering stage, and it's going to be about YouTube. And I may start a new YouTube channel for the next 2 or 3 months, because what I know about starting YouTube, building a YouTube channel, creating value, and developing an audience is insane. Rod, for real estate, I'm holding off until the deals are screaming, because right now Atlanta real estate is too expensive for my taste right now. Keith James. I don't know about that, man, because I'm seeing empty store shelves in multiple stores. That does sound like a supply chain disruption. It really does. Good fella, Nail. I don't think this is going to be quick. I really don't. Because once again, when I get into the real estate game, I plan to go in to be a cash investor, and it's going to be a totally different thing. Because once again, y'all be sure to subscribe. Yeah, you can still get rental income. So be sure to subscribe to Savage Finance. We got a lot of stuff that's going to be going over there that's going to help you how to manage your money. Uh, I got to shoot that video today. Not really. It's growing very, very, very slowly. But once again, I know what's wrong with the channel. And the thing is, I can't fix it. This is what's wrong with this channel. There's too many topics. There's credit, there's storage auctions, there's social commentary, there's LLC stuff. There's there's too many topics. And if I had stuck to storage auctions and resale, this channel, and like essentially my heart just wasn't in storage auctions and resale anymore. I wasn't into Amazon. I wasn't into eBay. I didn't like my audience because they were petty and cheap. Because right now, like this guy who got all the hand sanitizer, that's the epitome of the resale audience. And essentially, I just didn't like that audience base, so that's why I bailed out. And if I had knew what I know now, when I had bailed out, I would start a new YouTube channel at that point and took the people who were interested in the new content with me and built from that. I didn't really understand what I was doing, because essentially I was stacking this content, this topic, this content, this topic, this content, this topic on, and it just created a mess. This channel is like a potluck. There's just too many topics on this channel, and the YouTube algorithm can't figure out what I'm doing, because I made so many pivots. I made so many changes. Like with personal Savage Finance, it's just going to be about personal finance. That's it. Ain't gonna be nothing else. It's just going to be about personal finance. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to add anything else. It's just that's what it's going to be. And it's going to be about credit. It's going to be about budgeting. It's going to be about investing. It's going to be about money management. Once again, you know, there's so many things. Pretty much, Robbie Rob. You've been taking supplies from your job. Good fellow Nell. Once again, we're having a recession. We're not having a work stoppage. There will be people who will still be renting and paying their rent. Good fellow Nell. Right now, I saw a real estate investor talking about no sheriffs, no evictions, no foreclosures. I mean, if this thing persists, it could come to that. But hey, I'm about to go. So I want you guys who want to be part of the YouTube course, go below. You can either buy the whole how to make money package, or you can just get the YouTube course. All of the links below. I will see you guys later.